Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Episode 24?
24.
Sir,
24. About to get out the 20s in a little bit, man. Keep shit pushing.
Alright, we back, man. Shawn back in the building, man. Episode 24, Better Left Unsaid.
Cash is back in the building, man. What we getting into, man?
We're getting into a lot, man. First, man, how your day going, man? It's a beautiful day out here, man.
Oh, yeah, man. The sun is back out in the city, man.
It is.
It's a beautiful day outside, man. I need to be outside. Brunch festival, some shit like that.
Yeah, when the sun come out, you know, everybody in the world is out. That traffic is disgusting.
I know, man. It's worse than a weekday.
It is.
Real talk.
But let's get, first of all, breaking news, get into it. Whenever y'all see this, it's still...
What the fuck is this?
See what happened when you started experimenting shit?
That ain't mine. Somebody left that there from like a party. That's disgusting.
Oh, I remember when I seen that shit. Yeah, this shit's terrible. But breaking news, it just happened today. Everybody's favorite.
We getting our sports out the way?
We're going to get it sports straight out the way.
All right, let me make sure I got all my topics up.
We're going to get it straight out the way just because
With the Clippers? How you want to go with it? I'm just making sure. I mean,
you know what? Go ahead. You know what? Get your Clippers shit off.
No.
Get your Clippers shit off.
Let's break the news. Go ahead,
You want to break the news?
Break the news.
All right, man. Today, well, let's talk about this. Last night, the Grizzlies played the Nuggets.
Yes, I watched that game too.
All right, tell me about it because I didn't watch it. I just looked at the highlights, looked at the score.
Jokic is him, man. He might be the best white man I've ever seen. To be honest with you, I'm sorry, Larry. Sorry, Larry Bird, y'all. He's just a different white dude. He's that dude. The Nuggets are good. I'm not scared of them, but they are really that good.
18, and 10.
Easily, too.
Yeah.
The Nuggets, they put them...
70%.
Memphis boys, they got injuries. I ain't going to front on them, but they just ain't got it, and they just blew them out last game. So, but yeah, that was over. It was a clear win. It was a blowout, basically.
113-97.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Yeah.
It was nasty. They couldn't do nothing with it.
All right. And... y'all favorite player, y'all favorite fake rapper, I don't know, what do you want to call him? He decides to go out to the strip club and celebrate. And he was the only stripper in there. Ja Morant decides that he's going to go to a strip club last night, be the only stripper in there, and flash guns. Now let me take a step back for a second. Let's go back a few weeks.
Yeah.
His boys he just had a little thing where his boys supposedly
accused of punching.
Well, no, before that.
Okay.
Talking about when they after the Pacers shit.
Oh, yeah, the Pacers.
They pointed red beams at the Pacers.
Okay.
Supposedly to his friends or him or whatever.
Yeah.
They investigated.
Teammates.
Yeah, they investigated that part, and they kind of let that shit go.
Yeah.
Then it comes up. Supposedly gets into a fight with a 17-year-old, beat him up. And supposedly...
Well, that took place last summer.
It did.
But the report just broke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he reportedly, he beat him up and put a gun to him.
Yeah. Pistol whipped him, what I heard.
I heard that too, but I was going to leave that out. And now, he flashing guns on Instagram Live.
Mind you, hold on. Before we even get there, he's been denying these on Twitter as these stories have been breaking. He's been saying the words like cap, or that's flaw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been saying that a lot.
Bunch of Memphis
Yo, who is he?
I don't know where he's from. Where's Ja Morant?
He's from South Carolina.
Little country out there.
Yeah, it is. But not only that, you know what? He's been hanging around with that whole little CMG label, Yo Gotti, ESTG. Who?
Dalzell, South Carolina. I don't want to disrespect nobody. What the fuck is
that?
Dalzell?
Dazzle.
Continue. I don't know what that is.
But I mean, I think he might be signed to CMG or whatever Yo Gotti label.
He did get a chain from them guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so he might be signed, and a lot of those guys in there, people like Yo Gotti, Moneybag Yo,
42 Doug,
ESTG, Black Youngster. They have records.
Now, I don't know if we want to go through their rap sheet of how they behave in real life, but Ja Morant, you might want to get some better friends.
You might want to get a lot better friends. You're $200 million up. And
is that true? What is his contract?
He just got that contract. I believe that 3rd-year contract.
$193 million.
Yeah, so that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot of money. And how old is he? I think 22.
23.
23 years old.
Yep. And
now he's been suspended for 2 games at least. They started with 2 games.
Yeah.
For branding a gun on Instagram Live.
Be away from the team. He's in the strip club. He had the smallest weapon he could possibly find. I don't know if you ever seen Men in Black. That powerful shit. He had that weapon on him, so everybody there was in danger.
Everybody. Tim Jones the same size as my phone doing this. Yo, if you don't take that little pea shooter out of here.
Listen, man, I don't know where y'all from, but where I'm from, we call that lame.
It's fuck.
We call that shit lame. That's some lame shit. He's acting like a lame. I don't know him.
No.
I really got no desire to meet him.
See,
you know what I mean?
You know, when people been talking about like what's corny and what's not,
yeah,
that's corny as fuck.
That is corny. Well, it's stupid too. It might be more stupid.
No, I think it falls under that whole category. It's lame, it's stupid, it's corny, it's anything within that realm. I feel like he's showing that.
Yeah, he's I don't know, man. A lot of young boy music, man. A lot of young boy tendencies. NBA young boys got a correlation there. So, you know what that boy music did to the street. So, I mean, I've seen him.
We know what he did to the street.
Casamigos on a plane.
But you know what? I wasn't mad at the Casamigos on the plane, man. He was having.
I was a little mad.
I mean, it was a little. He was straight to the head, but I mean, hey, he was having fun. He's on a private jet. He got all the homies with him. Sip some Casamigos.
That's cool, but do that on your own time. Don't do that while you trying to invite 10,000 people into like. That's cool, bro. Be with your teammates. First of all, they don't be doing all that shit you doing. So they might have some shit going on where they don't want to be associated, and you got us. Come on, bro. But hey, man. He flashing guns. He drinking shit to the head. He having the grill in his mouth. He doing a lot of shit that.
He's a rapper. I just saw somebody tweet and say he's the first person to graduate from the NBA to the hood.
That's a fact.
And he's doing a good job at it.
That's a fact, man. A lot of people question his street credibility, which I think is funny after it because it shouldn't matter where he's from. Once you get that level of success, bro, you gotta just move with somebody that has that amount of money. So whether he's really like that or not,
I don't care if he is or not.
That's what I'm saying.
Stop.
I really don't
care. Stop. You made it somewhere that 99% of the world don't make it.
Yeah.
You are in the top 1%.
Crazy thing is, he ain't been in the NBA that long. He got drafted in 2019.
Okay, so yeah, about 3-4 years now. That's ridiculous.
It is.
It's ridiculous.
And you know you don't become the face of the league. You don't last a long time in the league doing that type of shit.
Oh no, bro. We just had this conversation off here. He wasn't as big, but we see what happened to he was a star, Gilbert Arenas. He had a $100 million contract.
Allen Iverson. Mm-hmm. You see how his career ended.
But he changed his ways kind of quick though after a few things. AI had to go through a lot. And then he finally kind of made his way up.
And they said a lot of that was unfair on AI. So I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there when all that shit.
I wasn't there when it happened, But we seeing this live in action now.
But the point is, man. We got too many great role models. We got too many examples. We got the faces of our league for the last 10 years have been LeBron and stuff, bro. You talking about two family men that ain't never been seen with other women. They don't say none of the wrong things. They don't do nothing but help their community. They get buckets and they win rings. And they get more money than everybody.
And that's it.
You got a billionaire in the league, bro. I was just on Forbes the other day. LeBron is the top 2,500 richest people on earth. On earth, bro. And this what you doing? You walk around with men in black guns and shit, bro. That's some loser shit, bro. I think somebody got.
You should have pulled out that little men in black shit that erased the memories.
Oh yeah.
Flash that bitch. Should have flashed that shit right in the camera.
Yeah, I mean that's lame. It's some lame shit. I mean, I really don't got too much else to say on it, but I never been the biggest Ja Morant fan other than when he was putting Steph and them in the blender. Playing game.
He definitely did.
Outside of that, nobody likes Memphis, the Grizzlies. I don't.
I mean, I like Memphis back years ago when they had Tony Allen.
Brown City, all that. Yeah,
that was much better. Yeah, of course. Hey man, Ja, if your daddy watching, yo, some parental guidance or something. Your PR people, who's holding you accountable for hey yo, let me take your phone when you in here.
I mean,
everything that's what's wrong. You know what? That's another thing that I've noticed. That's what's wrong with people so young. Everything has to be shown on video. Let me show everything that I do.
It's part of life, huh?
No.
Can't take that away from the kids.
It should be. That's the problem.
Man. Everything is transparent. Everything is visible. It ain't happening if you ain't showing what's going on.
Man.
That's the law of the land.
See, and this is what we talk about, like a LeBron and Steph. They show what they want. They show what needs to be seen and what only they want to be seen.
That's a fact.
We don't care. We don't know what's going on outside of what is being seen.
I mean, they might not be doing nothing. That's what we gotta assume. See what I'm saying?
Hey, listen. I don't care what they doing or what they not doing. I'm going by what I see, and what I see is perfection.
Yeah.
Ja, somebody he needs prayer, man. Y'all need to. They got preachers and whatnot in the NBA. They be having chapel and whatnot. Please, somebody pray for you.
23 years old, man. He'll learn.
Or get his ass about the league and he'll learn then. Has to be over there in China somewhere.
It's gonna be a sad story for sure, yeah. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. Now, enough of that, man. Enough of that. Let's get to the real loser shit. Let's get to the real lame shit.
Oh god.
So let me pull up some statistics here.
Oh my gosh.
So everybody know I'm a Los Angeles Lakers fan. If you don't, now you do.
He's really more of a.
Bro, can
hater.
I finish what I need to get? Can I finish my monologue?
Okay, go ahead.
You know what I mean? Doing that Skip Bayless shit, man. So we recently celebrated the trade of Russell Westbrook, and we hoped his family would leave the entire premises of Los Angeles, but unfortunately, he found his way to the little brother, the Clippers. And even more unfortunate for that franchise, he has wreaked havoc since he's gotten there.
Actually, he's played well except for that game before.
That's cool. That's cool. See, that's the thing. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all want to talk about somebody playing good. How is it playing good if you ain't winning no games? Can you explain that to me? How good are you if the team you went to never lost 5 in a row? As soon as you get there, that's the first thing that happens.
You know what's funny about that, right? Because no matter what he does, you was gonna hate. So if they win, then
I want you to address what I'm saying.
Stop
addressing the
because
narrative,
we know what you don't address.
0-5 since he got there. They haven't won. Listen to me. They haven't won a game. They have not won a single game.
It's okay.
They've had the entire team healthy. They haven't won. They had a team hurt. He hasn't won. They had people sit out. He hasn't won. The last 15 games he has started in the NBA, what he does for a living, what he gets paid $47 million a year to do, he has done the complete opposite. He has breached contract. He should be sued. The Ben Simmons shit with Philly when they was going back and forth about that money, they should attack him. Investigation.
Somebody needs to attack Ben Simmons.
He's losing on purpose. His point shape. He's trash. There's no way a Hall of Famer should be losing for 15 straight as a starter, bro. Please. And it's not like he is the worst he's going to be in his career. He's still got a little bit of athleticism and some skill level. So what's going on with him? You got to explain this, bro. 15 straight games?
That's over a period of time, sir.
Last games he started. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's over a period of time.
Yeah, because when y'all told us he went to the bench and he only played so much, you said it wasn't his fault. So he's out there starting. He's getting 30-plus minutes. Whose fault is it that he's losing 15 straight?
All right, hold on. Let me address these 0-5 games, right?
34 years old, by the way.
He's getting old.
When Kobe was 34, when Michael was 34, all the GOATs, they 34. We know what Chris Paul up there, like at 34. I'm just saying. They won 15 straight.
Hey, first of all, let me say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me say this. So, you can't put the entire blame on him, right? That they losing, because that's what you're trying to do.
No, that's what you're trying to.
No, that's your narrative, man. Because you don't explain the whole thing.
No, I just want you to address why he's the only player on record that has a record of 0-15 as a starter in the NBA.
Because they're not gonna talk about nobody else. They talk about Westbrook because it's him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They don't be addressing everybody.
Okay, cool. So tell me.
Let's talk about why they don't address what Ben Simmons is doing out here stealing money.
Ben Simmons hasn't played.
He's stealing.
All right, so you want me to look up Ben Simmons' last 15 games as a starter?
He's stealing.
Would you like me to do that?
Go ahead.
Would you like me to do that? Okay.
Go ahead. He's stealing right now.
All right, you can name any player that you would like to name. I guarantee their record, their last 15 games started, would not be 0-15.
0-15?
0-15.
I mean, hey, man.
0-15. As a matter of fact, it's funny that you brought up Ben Simmons because I remember they were saying he was trash. He wasn't doing nothing. He's averaging like 6. They was winning.
Bro, and
when
he
wasn't
contributing.
When he stopped playing, you know what happened? They became the worst team in the fucking league.
Are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Brooklyn Nets are terrible.
Bro, they lost their team.
That's my point.
And they just hold on. Worst team. Hold on, worst team since KD and them left. They what, 2-1?
No, they're not 2-1. Now you're just making up shit. See, this is what I'm saying. Stop building up narratives. No, they're not 2-1.
So what are they? Because they just won last night.
Since who left?
Since KD and Kyrie left.
Since KD and Kyrie left?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see what their record is.
Since the All-Star break.
Since the All-Star break.
Yeah. Because you build up these narratives, man. You know what? Hey, guys. I don't know if y'all gonna ever see this, right? Because he gonna do it all the time.
All-Star break, February what?
February, after Valentine's Day.
All right, so they won against the Heat.
Mm-hmm.
They lost against the Hawks. They lost against the Knicks. Mm-hmm. And they just beat the Celtics.
2-2.
Right. So what was your point about?
You saying they're the worst team, and you saying they're not bad.
No, you just told me they have been terrible since KD and Kyrie left.
No, I didn't say that.
You just said.
I didn't.
Okay.
I never said that.
I said okay.
You just said since Ben Simmons hasn't played, they've been the worst team in the league. And I disagreed. I said no, they haven't.
Okay.
They're 2-2. They got Mikal Bridges out there looking like an all-star.
Ben Simmons just stopped playing, my brother.
And Ben Simmons is trash.
They were still winning with him. Every team he's ever been to, they was winning with him. So what's your point?
Winning with him not playing?
Winning with him when he plays.
But
when he plays, 76ers were good every year he was there. That's a fact.
Every year?
Every year.
Yes.
That he played? Absolutely.
I don't trust the process, man.
Every year they was in them playoffs with him playing, starting all NBA teams. For some reason, I can't say the same about Russ. I don't know why.
Actually,
you getting swept in the first round.
Hey, no, hold on.
You get swept in the first round in both conferences, though? In both conferences, though?
You see how you changed that, right?
How change?
You see how you just changed. You talk about Ben Simmons. Oh, they made it to the playoffs. But what you
I didn't say make it to the playoffs. I said they've been good every year.
You said they've been good every year, and they make it to the playoffs. And then as soon as Russ comes about, and you talk about Russ, you immediately goes to first round. Why don't you keep the same basis?
I said two different statements, and you addressed one. So can you address the first one I said? I said the 76ers has been good every year that Ben Simmons is playing. Mm-hmm. All right, so address that point. You didn't address that. You said something about playoffs. Can you address that?
I mean, they cool. He's been solid.
Okay,
the Sixers. I mean, I can't say the same thing about the Nets.
Don't try to cherry pick your points to get your narrative across.
I can't say the same thing about the Nets.
We know the teams Russ been on ain't been good. The Wizards was garbage.
They made it to the playoffs.
Since the Clippers,
they made it to the playoffs.
Since he's been on the Lakers, they've been garbage.
Take it back. Let's go back.
You keep. We talking about good teams, right? I don't know why you keep addressing the playoffs.
Let's talk about the good teams.
Okay.
OKC.
Okay.
Houston was actually solid too.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
And then the Wizards.
Terrible. Lakers.
Actually, hold on.
Keep going.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
Keep going.
No. Are you saying that if you're terrible, why they made it to the playoffs?
I didn't say nothing about terrible. I said good teams. No, you keep changing my word.
You just said terrible when I brought up the Wizards.
They were trash.
But they made it to the playoffs. So I get. So trash teams make it to the playoffs?
Yes. Every fucking team. We talking about yes. Yes, trash teams make it to the playoffs. They get swept in the first round every year. Okay. Half the conference makes it to the playoffs. What are you talking about?
That means
half the conference makes it to the playoffs.
Half the conference is good, half the conference is bad.
Okay. Keep going. You gonna keep going? Wizards was trash.
Okay.
Lakers trash.
Do you put that blame on Westbrook?
I'm answering. Hold on.
I'm asking a question.
Address what I'm saying. Why are you stopping there? You just went through 4 or 5 teams. Now you're asking me about the Lakers. Mm-hmm. Wizards trash. Okay. Lakers trash. Okay. Clippers even garbage. They the only team that hasn't won a game.
To be continued. To be continued with the Clippers.
Okay.
You gotta see what happens. They looking rough. Listen, I give that to you. They are looking
from the 4th seed to the 9th seed. To the 9th seed.
Oh, now they're the 9th?
Yes, they lost again.
When I looked it up, they were the 8th seed. Let me pull that up real quick. Yay, standings. The Clippers are the 8th seed.
You sure about that?
I'm positive. I'm looking at it right here.
Okay. Just saying.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. They won game. They 1 game away, 2 games away. They be all right.
So you telling me a man gets traded to that team, they go from 4th to 8th in a matter of 5 games? Who should I blame? Who should I blame? Now tell me. Explain yourself. Because you.
Oh, okay. Yo, let's talk about that blame.
Yeah, break down. Defend your man.
All right, so first of all.
Defend your man. First of all, he ruined 2 seasons on my Lakers. But go ahead.
He ain't ruined 2 seasons on the Lakers. That ain't on him only.
All right, so tell me what happened.
All right, so you want me to go to the Lakers or the Clippers?
Start with the Wizards.
The Wizards?
And go from there. Yep.
The Wizards weren't a good team to begin with.
Same thing I just said, right? But you tried to.
No, hold on. They weren't a good team to begin with. He made them better. That what you got them to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And then we knew what was going to happen. They weren't built to play in the playoffs. They weren't built.
So they weren't a good team, right?
They were okay.
I'm asking you a question. Were they a good team?
They were okay.
So no. So like I said in the beginning, right?
But you said terrible. It's terrible. I said okay.
I asked you, was they a good team? That's all I asked.
They weren't.
All right, go ahead.
They weren't the best.
All right, okay, cool. You explain that. Tell me what happened with the Lakers.
The Lakers
and the Clippers.
All right, the first year of the Lakers.
First of all, you could have started with the Rockets too, because they got mopped up pretty easily too. But that's neither here nor there. Go ahead. Yeah, nastily too.
Yeah, they did. But hold on, wasn't that by the Lakers?
Of course it was.
And that was the same year that they won the ring, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the year.
Yes, it was.
So hey, they got beat by the best team.
They did.
So hey, sometimes that's what happens.
I agree.
So, but next, we're gonna talk about. I'm not gonna even address that first year of the Lakers because it was just bad. Because they had a better team.
Lakers with Westbrook, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that first year with the Lakers with Westbrook, that team was actually. It looked on paper, it looked like they could have done something.
So if I could ask you a question, who played every game that season?
Westbrook. Oh, and you make a point there too.
That's my point.
That's even a good point. Westbrook played every game. Anthony Davis out half season.
Right, cool.
LeBron too.
All right, cool. So can you affect your winning if you're not on the court?
Yes.
Tell me how.
LeBron, if you don't have your two best players.
No, I'm asking if I'm not playing in the game, can I affect the outcome of that game?
Yes, by not playing in the game.
I just asked you if I'm playing.
If you are playing?
Yes.
Can you affect?
Yes.
Yeah, you can do your best.
And then if I'm not playing, what can I contribute to the team success?
You're not contributing at all. You can't.
That's my point.
Which
that's
no, hold on, but what hinders the team as well.
I agree with you, but I asked you, can I affect winning that game if I'm not playing in it?
Yes, you can.
I'm not playing.
And that's how you affect in the
You're
game.
making my point. So who has more impact, the players playing or the players not playing?
Depending on who's not playing.
Who has more impact, the players playing in the game?
That depends on who's playing. Because
that makes no sense.
It does. You know why? Because LeBron not playing is different from Austin Reeves not playing.
All right. So what can LeBron? If LeBron's not playing, can he score any points?
He cannot.
If LeBron's not playing, can he guard anybody?
No, and that's right. Hold on, that's also the point. I mean, 2 points can be true.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm asking who has more of an impact on winning a game that I'm not playing in.
It depends on who it is. That's the point. I get what you're saying by the person on the court has that impact, but if I am playing, Westbrook, right? Mm-hmm. If Westbrook is playing with us or playing with LeBron and AD, what's a better outcome that's going to happen of who's winning? I
understand your question.
If we're on the Lays right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's me, you, and Westbrook on the court.
Correct.
Then there's another game where it's Westbrook, LeBron, and AD. Which team has a better chance of winning?
I wouldn't know. I don't know who we're playing. So let's move forward.
Bro, we're not in the fucking league. That's the point.
The point is, I don't know who we're playing. It like you said, based on your logic, it would depend on who's playing. So let's move that forward, because that same logic you're using, that's like saying, oh, LeBron is not on the Heat anymore, so he affects how that franchise performs.
No,
that's exactly what you just explained.
No, that's a totally different
thing. If
they're
not playing,
that's a totally different thing.
You just explained
when I have a team and my
best
player gets off the court now.
I didn't ask you that though. That's what I'm saying.
You say he has an effect
on it. I
said,
how can you affect the game if you're not playing?
By not playing.
My point exactly. So you're saying LeBron. Hold on. So you're saying by that point, LeBron is affected in Miami Heat because he's not on that team anymore. So he's not playing.
He's not on the team.
Exactly.
He's on the team and not playing. There's a difference.
I didn't ask you about who's on the team. I asked about who's playing. You trying to throw in an extra factor.
But you're taking that part out.
I didn't throw in the factor to begin with. What do you mean?
I put it in there. You
That's
took it out.
my point because you couldn't make your point.
I made the point.
So let's move forward. So if the person playing.
All right, before we get to any more topics, I do have a quick question for you. Because we had this conversation when we went out and watched the Lakers game.
Yeah.
Is it wrong for straight men to smoke hookah?
Oh, the Santanas. You smoke hookah, right?
Nah, it'd be like a social thing. I just
so
first of all, hold on. Why you throw that at me, yo? That was quick.
I just want you to answer the question.
I mean, yes, I have partook, whatever you want to fucking say.
He said it's only for gay men or for women.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be honest. I gotta ride with him. I gotta ride with the gays on this one. I gotta ride with the gays, man. The gays been making some valid points lately, man. I think. Specific areas of demographics, hookah is definitely a woman thing.
Okay.
More so than anything, and women and gays kind of go hand in hand a lot. So why do you agree that? Why do you feel that way? What you mean?
Why do you agree with it?
If I had to take a survey and I asked.
No. I just want to know your opinion.
No, I'm about to tell you why. Because I think that's what you're more likely to see. Like if I had to ask somebody, if it was a group of people smoking a hookah, would you think it's women, or would you guess it's women, or would you guess it's men? I'm pretty sure most people would say women.
No, that's fine, but I'm saying, why do you agree?
I just answered.
That ain't really answer the question. What is your reasoning on
why?
Because
that's what you're most likely to see.
Oh, that's the reason?
Yes.
All right. First of all, I'm gonna say this. I'm sorry. I don't think because in today's world, us as straight men can't really say much about gays without it going wrong. I don't think gay men should speak on what straight men should be doing.
Nah, don't disrespect the gays like that, man. Because they can speak on what the fuck they want to speak on, dog.
Nah, as straight men, if we can't speak on what the gays...
Nah, you can speak on them. You scared to speak on them. That's the difference.
Because we know what's going to happen if you speak on them.
Shit, me. Boozy been thriving. Boozy been thriving and successful.
Hey, listen. Boosie already had money before, and I ain't got it. I ain't got it, so...
You can speak on the gays. I mean, Dave Chappelle... that's another rich one, too.
Yeah, but come on. Name another rich person.
I'm just saying.
Name a broke person that spoke on him.
Broke person... The broke people speak on gay people.
Yeah,
every barbershop, everywhere.
Hey, yeah, out loud, what they do?
Nothing.
Exactly. So, again, I don't think that gay men should be speaking on what straight men are doing. The hookah thing, I mean... I can understand the point. Like we do see most women do it, but I think it's to each his own. If you feel like because to me that's if you want to smoke hookah, you smoke hookah. That's the same thing as you going out here smoking a black mouth. You're smoking at the end of the day. It's just the only thing is the different.
It's not the same thing as smoking a black mouth. Hookah is a very environmental based thing. It's motherfuckers doing face recordings and shit, video recordings of their face smoking a hookah and blowing smoke stop. Okay, that's the same. Nobody records themselves smoking a black mouth.
No, but we record ourselves smoking a blunt.
Well, you didn't say blunt.
No, but that's what I'm just saying, like, as in it's smoking. That's what I was putting it into. But if you want to put it like that way, what's the difference between we in the club smoking a hookah or smoking the L?
The difference is what I just described.
That's
that. Like, I mean, who the fuck lined up? That's like, what's some shit's called? A pipe. Nobody's in the club smoking a pipe. It's not the environment for it.
Well, no, but we in the club smoking blunts.
That's what I'm saying. This is different environments for different shit. Hookah is they got hookah lounges. They don't have blunt lounges.
Well, cause
not where we at.
Not where we at.
And even then, it's not a blunt specific thing. Hookah's a specific type of smoke. A blunt is a specific type of smoke. Joints, fucking all that bowls, all that shit. If it's a marijuana lounge, Amsterdam, they smoking all type of different shit. It's not gonna be just blunts.
First correct. All, if you pull a bowl out in front of me, I'm gonna think you on that shit.
What's wrong with you?
Hey man,
tripping on the bowl.
Listen, I just no, there's no problem. But if I see it, I ain't gonna know what the fuck. You just over here.
All that shit.
You like a fucking crackhead. But no, I just want to know your opinion on that. I still
shit to the women, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Listen, I just don't think that gay men should be speaking on straight men.
Nah, what's up with you and the gays, bro? You got something against the gays?
No, I do not.
Then why you speaking on what they should be speaking on? Why you trying to delegate their opinions and their thoughts? They people too.
Okay, you're right. Absolutely. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let you go ahead. What are we talking about?
Homophobic bastard.
Whoa, hey, don't put that on me. Don't say that out loud.
The gays got a voice, man.
They do. They do.
The gays speak.
They do. Speak out loud, man. Speak on what I'm doing. That's all. That's all.
Smoking hookah, man. You gay if you I guess you gay if you smoke hookah, man. That's what he said.
You ain't gonna never see me smoke another hookah.
You told me you was on that hookah shit, man.
Whoa, I didn't. You changed the narrative quick.
Just tell me what he told.
You changed the narrative quick.
Gay people word is law based on what you said.
I'm off that subject.
Man, we can go to the. We're talking about controversial shit. Let's get into my boy Michael B. Jordan. His, the new star of Creed. Shout out to Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan and Tessa Thompson.
I don't watch that fucking bullshit.
He decided.
First of all, hold on. I like how you threw that in there. Talking about shout out to my boy Michael B. Man.
What you mean?
Nah. I want you to.
He's a good dude.
I want you to keep that same energy about how trash of an actor he is.
I mean, he's a good dude. That got nothing to do with his acting ability. He could be a good person.
How you know you're a good
actor? How you know? He seemed like it. I don't know. Nigga does. What are you talking about? That's a big personal question. I don't know about no.
Don't worry. I mean, just saying. You just throwing these narratives out there like he's a good dude. We don't know what he is.
He could be a piece of shit. Is that what you want me to say? He's a piece of shit. Or shout out to a piece of shit Michael B. Jordan. I don't know what you want me to say.
You know what I'm saying? Chasing milk cartons and whatnot.
Okay.
Alright, don't
you done dissed the gays, now you coming for Michael B. Come on, man.
Yo, you gonna stop saying that?
So yeah, Michael B. Jordan, he had a little moment on the red carpet with a former classmate of his where he decided to, I guess a confrontation, a minor confrontation as far as to confront her about her comments or the person she was speaking to comments about him being corny, quote unquote corny.
Okay.
What's your thoughts on that whole ordeal? Do you have the audio for it?
I can pull it. I think it was kind of funny. Here's my thought on it, right? I think I'm not gonna say that he was wrong because I mean he just addressing something. I do think like maybe the way he addressed it could have been a little bit better. Let me see if I can pull it up right here. Oh. Speaker time up.
Bluetooth connected.
Alright, here we go.
And the star of Creed 3. And we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
Corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here. Isn't this the sexiest man? Show off right here. Who's the sexiest man? Because
he was doing mad facial.
Yeah, that was a lot of like I'm trying to test your temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't like the way in the manner that he addressed it. Cause listen, you're an adult now. You're high school been passed. You up millions of dollars. You doing great.
Yeah.
And she, whatever. She's out here interviewing whatever. Cool. You could have addressed it. Yo, I was the corny kid. I made it. Make it funny. Keep it moving. But his whole mannerism towards it was like he was hurting Todd.
Yeah.
I seen a lot of hurt inside of him. Like his facial, like. Y'all seen the video? Y'all seen all the faces he was making. He made sure to let her know, like, no, I heard that. Like you said that shit, and I'm gonna stand on it. So, yeah, I don't like it. I think that was kind of corny that he did that shit.
I thought it was some lame shit. I thought it was lame, but I thought it was. I get it though. Like I think I don't know, man. I think you got to put stuff in perspective. Like certain shit sticks with people. Mm-hmm. I will say that if I think he probably really felt that way. He may have heard it enough, like in school or whatever, to where it kind of stuck with him.
I mean, people probably
and now he got a chance. Yeah, exactly. It probably just kind of stuck with him, and he had that moment. You could tell that adrenaline was up inside. He was ready to go there with it. It was very sassy.
It really was.
And I think it kind of proved her point. If she called him corny, it kind of proved her point about
somebody called him corny, but it was somebody else that she was.
Yeah, and it kind of proved their point about like the type of person he is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's and that's the thing. We got to start like kind of quantifying what corny really means. Corny, I mean, he might just be a different type of. He might just got a different perspective. Like he's just not like the person we look to as the cool person.
Yeah, I agree.
Type shit doesn't mean he's a lame, super lame, or a bad guy or somebody.
He may just be within certain realms or like in our world or somebody else's world. Yeah. He's just not that cool person.
Yeah, there's nothing about him that he doesn't carry himself like somebody that like you might want to look up to or some shit like that. As far as.
It was extremely sassy.
It was a little sassy, and it was like, I don't know, man. I think he had some hurt in him.
I mean, listen.
He had some hurt in him. I think she did a good job of not like kind of going back and forth with the bickering.
Yeah, I like the way she handled herself very well.
But I do get him saying something, but I just think the manner was a little.
Yeah, the way he did it, he could have did. It
was a lot of like, it was weird. He was like doing this, like, what's up? What are you talking about? You weird. What are we talking about?
And speaking of that, because I was watching Joe Budden joint, and he was addressing that part. He was like, maybe the way he addressed it if that was a dude, you can probably address it like that a little bit.
He was cooking Joe Budden too.
They was talking about him.
It was cooking Joe Budden.
Yeah, but I'm okay with him doubling down on it. Double down on your stance. But because what he did was like that's first of all that it's a woman at one point.
Nah, don't throw that in there.
Oh, now we can't throw that in there.
Nah, don't throw that in. I got nothing to do with that.
I'm talking about the way he addressed it was kind of slightly aggressive and sassy.
Hold on now, because women be approaching men like.
But no. But her approach to him just now was.
What I'm saying is, it's not like it was no threat of violence or no shit like that. It was just I don't like what you said. And I'm letting you know I didn't like it.
I saw the aggression in his face.
Nah, come on.
He ain't like that. He ain't like that shit, dog. But
I mean, man, Michael B. Jordan is a corny dude. He's always been looked at like.
But I mean, listen, he was in Newark. If anybody knows Newark, kind of hood.
Talking about that northeast shit, man. I don't care nothing about that northeast shit.
Give a fuck about that shit. All right, cool. So he was in Newark, walking around with fucking pictures, headshots, and his name is Michael Jordan.
I don't want to hear about his childhood.
No, I'm saying that's what they was calling him corny for. I can understand why.
I don't care nothing about his childhood, dog. His name was Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I want to call him too.
Got it.
Yeah, fake ass. You can't hoop. You can't hoop either. Yeah, I was thinking
Did not athletic.
He just do a lot of work.
He was in Fantastic Four that nobody saw. Like
you know what's funny about that? I just realized that he was in Fantastic Four. I forgot that shit.
Yeah, nobody, even though that shit exists, like stop it. You never been him
at all.
But I mean, people like him, so that's the bottom line. And Corny can be good too. The Rock. You know what I'm saying? He's corny, but he's a cool corny. I think that's what I'm saying. That we got to start quantifying. Like Nick Cannon is a cool corny. Some people are just corny type shit, like lame corny, like loser corny. It's different.
You double down on that corny.
Yeah, we got to start calling. I mean, a lot of our favorite quote unquote cool people is like lame as hell. They corny. That Future calling that Sierra shit for 10 years is corny. That's lame.
That's super.
I don't want to hear that shit all the time. You dissing Russell Wilson, now you bring in the like stop it.
I think Drake corny too.
Drake been corny. But I've been told you Drake was corny.
No, as a person, I think he's corny.
That's what I'm saying. You wearing hearts in your head, now you got braids and be like you're weird. That's weird corny. Like you're a weird. He's Canadian too though. So
he is. And now he got a tattoo on his face now.
Listen, I don't want to hear
hey man, yo, he been out here.
Why do you know so much about Drake?
No, I literally just saw.
No, why you know so much about Drake?
I literally just saw.
You subscribe to his notifications?
Whoa.
No, what's up with you and Drake?
Yo, you gonna let me speak now?
What's up with you and Drake, bro? Because you fuck with Tories, what's up with you and this Canadian? You on that Canadian shit, dog. You're a traitor, bro. Betrayal.
I'm saying I like The Weeknd too. You don't like The Weeknd?
I like Abel.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds
big Canadian, dog.
Now you repping for Canada?
Big Canada. Do you like Michael B. Jordan as an actor?
I don't know. I never really had like thoughts about him up until Black Panther. I thought Black Panther was like one of the worst performers. Bro, Michael B. Jordan. I really, you know that I kind of put it into perspective because I know a lot of people. They bring his acting abilities into question. That was one of the first things. This nigga's terrible.
I agree.
Like he is trash.
Hey,
but stop it, bro. Like stop it, bro. First you got the bum ass hairstyle. Like it's cool, bro. If people just like you, just focus on the shit that they like you. Don't try to stretch yourself. I mean, but I had to went back and go back and watch Creed 1 and 2 and
okay.
The thing is like it's not that he's a bad actor overall. It's just he is terrible at showing like any real passion type shit. So anytime he has to yell, he has to be like some type of aggressive or assertive or tough. You could tell that he either doesn't know how to pull from that or he's just not like that
at all. Yeah, it's forced.
At all. You know what I mean? So it just comes off as like some soap opera-ish, like just real phony, like
should have been on Young.
I don't know, like it's like when Carlton tried to be tough in Fresh Prince for a little bit on the original one. It's like you get out of here.
Yeah, I
like you're lame.
Yeah. When he came through with the do-rag and the shirt on. That shit was hilarious.
Talking about having father troubles and identity troubles and shit like that. Stop it. So, he's not that. I mean, I guess if you want to measure like that, if you can't pull on the simplest thing of passion, because I mean, come on, bro. Yeah, then you're probably a pretty bad actor. So
I agree. Yeah, that Black Panther shit was terrible.
That shit was terrible.
Yeah. We're gonna stick to actors though. One of our, I mean, I like this actor a lot actually. Fan of him, Idris Elba.
Oh yeah, one of the groups. One of the greatest.
You had the quote pretty much where he pretty much saying that he doesn't refer to himself as a black actor.
Read that quote verbatim. Okay. What did he say? I stopped describing Idris Elba. And I might need to pull up his discography too, or his. His boy, one of them. We know he was in the Wired cooking shit. You know what I'm saying?
He did.
Speaking of Michael B. Jordan, he was in the Wired.
He was
for 3 episodes. They knew he wasn't him.
They
knew he wasn't him.
Got him up out of here quick.
But Idris Elba says, "I stopped describing myself as a black actor when I realized it put me in the box. We've got to grow. We've got to. Our skin is no more than that. It's just skin. Rant over." Okay. There's a lot of different ways we can look at this. That's a lot of different perspectives. I tend to agree with him. Although you gotta put into perspective, he's British or London or some shit. So I don't know what the fuck they be doing over there. They super racist. They are. And all kind of shit. I don't even know if they black and I don't know how they look at black and white or whatever this shit is. But whatever. But just overall, that statement itself, remove the person from it. I definitely agree with that. I think even like when I talk about, when I have debates with a lot of my friends about like black movies, like if I'm just ranking movies, these movies would be nowhere in the discussion of like best movies, great movies. Of course. and it's because
like
usually
classics and shit.
Right, it's usually associated with low budget shit.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's a connotation that comes with, which is terrible, because it's a shame that when you put black in front of something, it makes it seem like it has to be associated with something hood or ghetto or something tied to anything like a negative like stereotype. But I do get what he's saying, but I also can see that it might be coming from a place of like
disdain.
I wouldn't say disdain, but a place of realization to where Hollywood, the industry, societal standards, they look at black in a inferior light.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get that level of success, you start looking at things in that way as well.
Okay, I can see that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can
so
definitely see
the way they describe Kanye switching up, and I mean even original Kanye first #1, when they get on, they be asked for a white girl, all that type of shit. So I do agree though. The first episode of season 3 or season 4? It was only 4 seasons of Atlanta, but the first episode of season 3 when he returned, it was an opening scene where he said black and white is really not a thing. It's like it's a standard. It's a class.
Oh, yeah.
So,
okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Right when the boat got to fall off the cliff. Yeah. So white doesn't necessarily mean skin tone. It means how you're perceived and how you're going to be looked at in the world. And black means you're going to be treated as like a second class citizen type shit. So it's not necessarily about like your skin tone. It's about like the way you're perceived and how you move in the world, how much money you have, how much respect you're gonna have with it. So
yeah, man, I couldn't. You broke it down. I couldn't say anything much better than that. I completely agree. I'm not mad at him for saying it, honestly. You know, I definitely understand why he said it. I'm not mad at him for saying it. I'm just looking at a few of his things.
Boy got that shit on it.
Yeah, he was in Avengers, of course. He's been in all the Thors. American Gangster. He was in The Wire.
Sweet Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Takers. We know.
Takers.
Yep.
That shit was trash. Stop it. I don't know why you said that with such vigor.
Oh, you don't like Takers?
Hell no. T.I.'s trash.
Oh.
T.I. and Chris Brown? Are you kidding me? Snitch ass crackheads.
Yo! Hey, yo!
I'm joking, man.
You seen Breezy out here in the
joking.
Real quick, like, ain't nobody see that shit.
I'm joking, man. Those legends.
Call that man a snitch ass crack. Snitching crackheads. The Harder They Fall, he was in that joint.
Harder They Fall.
Yeah, he was in that Hobbs versus Shaw. He got that old show that he had, Luther.
I think that's still coming on.
Yeah.
Or did it end?
Nah, in 2019.
Oh, damn. Beast that just dropped. He's one of them, man. I ain't gonna lie. He's
in Suicide Squad too. Yeah. I like him. I'm a fan of him.
To me, he's one of the greats. I mean, I would put him in the realm of Denzel, to be honest with you.
Think so?
I mean, he's not American, so that's going to be a knock. But as far as like, I think he might have
his
wider range.
Than, his range goes.
Denzel.
I mean, listen, he did The Wire.
Yeah,
he did The Wire. You know, you can't really. I don't know if you retweeted or I just happened to see that joint where Bomani was talking about. And you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, man, y'all gotta stop talking about this Power and Snowfall shit, bro. If y'all have not seen
Power, you gotta when you rank Power, you gotta stop putting. People have to put Power in perspective. Let Power be what it's on its own. Power was nowhere near any of these shows. First of all, the acting wasn't great. No. It was, it was for its time. It did what it did. It was a cool show for that.
Yeah.
But you can't when it comes to these shows that you have to act. That you really there's not a lot of effects and a lot of different things you have to show that you can act.
Yeah.
Power, fuck that shit.
Okay.
Fuck out of here, dude. You gotta put that shit.
You got the flow, man. Solo.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Power. It's just it's not that. I mean the whole universe of Power is I'll keep that over here.
I mean, I'm gonna have a whole episode about 50 Cent and how he has ruined the community as well. But it's starting from his rap career too. We can move forward, and how he ruined your state and your city too. That's neither here nor there. Yeah. The reason why y'all never want to work together. But we keep moving forward. We're gonna keep it moving. I'm just saying. We can keep it real. We know what they say about 50 in your city.
He's a menace.
Exactly.
They wasn't working together before that either.
Nah, that's not true. That's not true.
You forgot Jay-Z and Nas?
That was...
Before that.
Nah. Jay-Z and Nas was early 2000s.
It started before that.
Yeah, 50 Cent was starting shit in the streets. He was fucking up the radio station and shit. And that was only Jay and Nas. And stop it. Man, whatever. We can keep moving forward, though.
You forgot Fat Joe. There was a lot of people.
Yeah, that shit was New York shit. It wasn't no super mainstream shit. 50 Cent was shaming people for not going $1 million a week. My nigga, stop it. Stop it. You had 2 albums. Shut up.
Hey man,
tell that man shut up.
Still got money, dog.
He talking like
that man got money.
He talking like he Pac or some shit. You ain't damn. You had 2 albums. Stop it.
Hey, that's fine.
And one of them shits wasn't even good.
Master.
So stop it, Vic.
Get Richard
talking to T.I. like that. Watch your mouth.
Hey, get Richard Dot trying his classics.
Watch your mouth though. T.I. got several classics though.
Hey man, come on 50. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah. T.I.
Let's go 50.
Plenty classics.
Let's go 50.
Could never rap like Tech, nigga.
Ooh, hey, you better stop disrespecting 50. You know he
could never fuck with T.I.
He had some cool bars. He was never a rapper, dog. We know that. He's a fucking bully. That's what he do.
Man, stop it. Anyway,
but yeah,
what I was saying was I agree with you, Power. I think if you haven't seen like the 3 heads of like flawless TV, Breaking Bad, Sopranos, The Wire, you can't really speak on like any show really being great, especially if it's tied to anything drug wise.
Yeah.
Those and The Sopranos wasn't drug, but it was tied to like it was real mafia, like organized crime basically. Let's just do that, organized crime. Period. You can't really speak on any of the nothing with BMF. And
first of all, get that BMF shit out of here, dog.
And it's fucked up because that storyline really happened. That's one of the greatest storylines possible. So for somebody to come and put all these bum ass celebrities that have no acting experience,
that's what I
just
don't
to
like.
draw the audience attention is disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that is a shame on 50.
This is a problem with New York, but we're gonna keep it
first.
I'm no part. Disregard that. Go ahead, do what you do. I'm just.
I told y'all before this. I showed y'all before this. This man hates New York for some reason.
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
Damn. Go ahead, continue, man.
But yeah, man. If you haven't seen those 3,
sorry.
I've heard people throwing Game of Thrones. I've seen that, and I do think that's definitely something that you should experience watching as far as like greatest shows ever.
Do you put Ozark? How do you rank Ozark?
Nah. Last season, garbage.
Okay, so that takes it down a lot.
We talking about 2 10s, 9.5, and that last shit. No, that's nasty, bro. That's 7, like 6, 7.5. Like, stop it.
That's 7.5 is not bad though.
I'm just talking about like you can't close out like that.
Yeah,
though. Like,
you gotta close. You gotta start off 7.5 and then go 10.
And if you do close out like that, you gotta have at least 4 classic seasons. Like you have to have 4 classic seasons.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, for a show to be in that realm. Sopranos, every fucking season was flawless. The Wire, it's only 1 season that's questionable, and that's season 2. Everybody says that shit. That was a little weird on the docks and all that. But come on, man. Breaking Bad, no flaws. Like, it's ridiculous. So,
okay.
Yeah.
What else do you?
All right, man. Your boy ASAP, man.
You know, first he was on the cover. What was that?
Is that Vogue? Brazil?
Yeah, British Vogue.
Let me see.
Yeah, it was a British Vogue or whatever. Which, you know, holding the child with him and Rihanna in the front. He got some flack for that.
Him playing baby mama for sure.
What was wrong with that?
You ain't seen nothing wrong with it?
He told me he said he playing baby mama. That's crazy. That's crazy, dog.
How's it crazy?
Why he gotta be playing baby mama?
That's what the photo looked like.
What's your beef, man?
What are you talking about? Get to the topic. We don't even know what you're talking about.
He heard a lot of flack for him, you know, what I've heard. Because, I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with the cover. I mean...
Man, tell the damn topic. You trying to cop please before the shit even come out.
Man, listen, man. Let me pull it up. Listen.
Listen to what?
Let me... All right, the cover of Vogue. Believe it's on the British Vogue cover.
Okay.
There's a picture of Rihanna, A$AP Rocky, and their child. Rihanna's in the front, holding A$AP Rocky's hand. Mm-hmm. Looks like she's leading him. Mm-hmm. A$AP Rocky's holding the baby. Mm-hmm. And yeah, he had like, well, some people had things to say about it.
Yeah. Saying
that it's kind of, you know, man, like they're crazy. It has some things where it's kind of like it's kind of like the masculinity is no longer there.
Right.
You know, the woman is leading. Blah, blah, blah. I personally didn't have any flack against this.
Mm-hmm.
Cool cover, you know, he holding a baby. I think it was cute, whatever. I don't know. It's cool. I didn't understand it. I feel like people just try to make things out of nothing at this point. It's the other shit that he did that I understand that he should be getting flack for.
I mean, I definitely see what people are saying about it. Does, like I said, he looks like the baby mama. He looks like the person that's nursing the baby, and it looks like she's leading.
He's showing that black fathers are in their kids' lives.
Cool. I heard what you said. Let me talk. We get it. What I'm saying is, it is positioned to show him in a much more vulnerable state than she is, and her with her hair, strong black pose. Mm-hmm. Not strong black pose, but just a strong, fierce pose. Mm-hmm. A very demanding, a very energetic pose. Chest up, shoulders back. Like just the standard, like marching, leading the charge type of pose. And him, he's much more in a compromising position. So I understand what people are saying. I definitely think it's a different way to show the father being involved. And I think we have examples of, I think even Nicki Minaj and her questionable dude, a husband, and her baby have photos together where it looks like, and nobody even knows who the fuck he is. Holding the baby and
we know what he was charged with.
Right. All that type of shit. I think it's several people that we have multiple. I mean, we never see LeBron do nothing. We never see several people that have young infant babies being positioned like that to make it look like the inferior or the vulnerable one. Or I definitely understood what people were saying. I would say that it doesn't look like the most manly positions, whatever people describe a manly as. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, do you feel like she wears the pants in this relationship?
I don't even know what that means, so you gotta describe that.
Like, you know, she's more of the leader of the relationship?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. So here we go. We got one right here. We got one with John Legend, Vanity Fair.
Okay.
Now, y'all gonna have to give me the education on the difference between Vanity Fair, Vogue, as far as like, their history, their reputations for positioning certain things. I mean, we got DJ Khaled, right? I mean, come on, bro. We have too many examples of it being positioned in ways for the father to look present and people to not look like, come on, bro. It was definitely intentional, I would say that. I mean, come on, Tiana and Amon, and he clearly is not the leader. I mean, if anybody's wearing the pants type shit.
Yeah, why you gotta do that?
I just seen Amon bum ass on BET Plus in the worst film of all time. So we gotta stop it right there as far as.
First of all, I don't ever want to see that man acting again, dog. I wonder why his ass.
He wasn't terrible in that film. I will admit he wasn't.
He
terrible.
wasn't.
The
bad.
movie was trash.
He wasn't bad in The Shaw either, but I don't want to see him acting.
The Shaw?
I did watch it. I was trying to find something to watch. It was.
I'm at the pass on that.
It wasn't.
You even got P Diddy. With his girls. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, we know his questionable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
you gonna get us cats before we get the sign.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm talking about the reputation. This ain't my word.
Listen, we trying to get signed somewhere, and you over here just throwing out.
I'm just saying,
could have been signed with Revolting. You over here.
We gonna leave it like this, man. I understood where people was coming from. Did I think it was that big of a deal when I saw the cover? No, but I definitely understand that point. Would I have done that pose? No, and my girl wouldn't let me do that pose
at all. There wouldn't have been a question. That wouldn't have even been a thought.
It wouldn't have been no bickering or back and forth, nothing about it. So
I completely agree.
I can start from there. But do I judge him for that? I didn't until I saw his Gucci ad.
They had a whole commercial for that. It wasn't just like a
stars. Let me see.
Right now,
it stars A$AP Rocky. It stars Julia Gardner, who is Ruth from Ozark. Mm-hmm. Phenomenal acting job in that show, by the way. Shout out to her. I don't know if she won an award, but she should have.
She should have.
Well, everybody on that show was. We know what Jason Bateman, Marty Bird do. Sweet Jesus, Lori Lennon. Fucking Harry Truman show, but y'all know nothing about that. Y'all know I'm getting my, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
my
you
nerd
back,
back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Gucci ad starred Julia Gardner, Ruth from Ozark, A$AP Rocky, and the now Elliot Page, who was once Ellen Page, who was the star of Juno, which was a hit in one of my favorite movies when I was younger. And they are very intimate throughout the commercial, and I also thought it was funny because it's Gucci of all people. It was just a commotion about Gucci a couple years ago in the racism involved in that. And this is on the heels of people already questioning masculinity. Now, ASAP is publicly dating a billionaire now, and we do know the reputation of billionaires in that industry and how some questionable tactics.
Can you like dive in a little bit deeper on those thoughts about what it is? Because some people, everybody don't know about what billionaires and that.
It is. I mean, the Illuminati. When a lot of people say the word Illuminati, which they often throw on your favorite rapper
all the time,
and his wife, which is Jay-Z. It's a lot of like basically evil deeds or a lot of submission to evil protocols taking place in order for you to achieve a certain level of success. Mm-hmm. That could be sexual, that could be humiliation tactics, dressing like a woman publicly,
sacrificing in death too.
A prime example would be like everything that basically we saw Ye go through as far as that level of embarrassment for the last like year or two. Mm-hmm. That might be like some type of initiation
to get him into
as far as like what people say it is like that's what Illuminati usually as far as my knowledge of it, what people are usually like referring to. It's not like some type of real like you walk into Club Illuminati type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you in the industry.
I wonder what it look like.
Right. Yeah. It's actually a show. I think it was a show on Netflix called Hollywood. And it kind of showed a lot of like it was a show on Netflix called Hollywood, and that kind of would be it's like directors like sleeping with the actors like on a lot of homosexual shows.
I know exactly.
It was a pretty good show. It was a bit much for people that aren't into that, but that's kind of the initiation ritual type shit, and just the practices. I mean, the Harvey Weinstein, it's the Jeffrey Epstein Island, and we know the facts coming out about that island. So a lot of y'all favorite celebrities, your TV models,
it's about to be.
What I'm saying,
real spooky for some of them.
But point I was trying to get back to, so let me go back. So ASAP dating this billionaire. ASAP is always known to be like the dude that gets a lot of girls. He's super cool. He dresses a certain super fashion guy. Mm-hmm. We've never really seen him in a position that would frame him as like somebody that's you wouldn't want to be type shit as far as a young kid. Yeah. So now it seems like to get to this newbound level of success or to be a part of this with his billionaire wife, who has more access than anybody maybe could imagine when Pondy Replay dropped. But he's getting put in some publicly compromising positions. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're laying on the chest of a transitioned woman to a man in a very intimate relationship-y type of way and gazing into their eyes. I'm not sure if that's something that you would have ever saw yourself doing when you were, you know what I'm saying, dropping Goldie or fucking Problems back in the day. So that's my thoughts on it. It does seem to be, it's a little sketchy, but I'll let you speak on it.
I completely agree. I wasn't, the initial, like you said, with the magazine cover, wasn't pressed about it. I said, hey, whoever made the comment, cool, I can understand what you take, but I mean, not that I agree or disagree, I don't care. It wasn't much. It was a cool cover, whatever. Then I saw this. I actually watched the commercial a few times because I was actually like confused because Elliot Page, I do remember the face. Yeah. And so, which it threw me for a loop when I was just like, all right. So I had to go back and I watched it a few times, and then it was like, this went from like, I was like, all right, it's like cool commercial, and then it just like kind of progressed, and I was like, I said, all right, ASAP, this is getting a little iffy. And like you said, especially coming off the blackface thing that Gucci did a few years ago, I would assume off the rip, bum being an ad or anything, Gucci, you have to. I don't think I would deal with Gucci. I think like for me, especially with like something like that, it'd have been a pride thing where I couldn't even I wouldn't jump in and start doing business with them. You would have to, there would be a lot more that Gucci would have to do in order for me to be like, you know what, all right, cool, I'm going to jump into an ad. And let alone not just an ad, I'm jumping into an ad with these people doing this. Yeah. And so that's like, so I feel like that's something that maybe wasn't, like you said, it could be if, if that Illuminati joint is real or not, whatever, it might be that, or it could be, who knows? I don't know what the thought process is behind that. Who's his PR? Who's his person to say, yo, I think this would be good for you. This would be a good look. I mean, shit. To that point, I almost want to know what if Rihanna had to say or thought into that too.
I agree with you. That was my first thought. Like, damn, and I'm sure you wouldn't do it without her knowing. But I was like, damn, Rihanna doesn't seem like the type of person that is attracted to that type of public display.
I completely agree.
And I'm talking like I know it, but I'm just saying, but her history,
the assumption, the way she
the history, and the way she acts, the way she talks about shit, she usually seems to come off like she likes a certain type of guy. I don't know if the sass is included in that, but
more of the straight and narrow, the man, and there's certain people, but it's like the man, and just I even think her as a whole just comes off as a certain type of person. Yeah, so. I wasn't a fan of the commercial. I watched it a few times just to like kind of gauge of what I was looking at. Yeah. And then after that, I was just like, all right, I'm good on that. You could have kept that in the files at home.
Yeah, he should have. I can't tell you, man, what he should have did, but I just thought it looked weird to me.
It did. I completely agree.
That's my conclusion.
If it was just Julia Garner, for me,
it would have been weird in the sense of like, what are y'all doing together? But
yeah, that's my thing. Yeah. It would have
like
been
fluidity type of.
Well, I feel like where we're at now, today's thing, like being fluid it's like almost a trend at this point. It's like when everybody started, it went from baggy jeans to skinny jeans to now like somewhat baggy, somewhat like everything is just a trend. Everything that when people doing things with their hair, everything I feel like is just a trend. And like that might be one of them. I
agree.
It's like you can't really see. You don't go anywhere without seeing somebody doing like what we deem as masculine. You don't see anyone going where everybody's just like, all right, this is masculine. No, it's like everybody's doing everything. You got dudes out here wearing purses.
Yeah.
Just things like that. I'm like, all right, it's not for everybody, but that's what the world seems like it's coming to.
Yeah. I mean, so